Welcome into Pittsburgh Steelers Talk. I am Tom Downey. Some breaking news for you guys. The Steelers have signed Larry Ogunjobi. We broke down a potential signing earlier today, this morning, on our Steelers channel, and, well, now he is going to sign with the Steelers. This is exactly why you guys subscribe, for breaking news. I had already gone home for the day. My day was over. I'd gone back home. I got a 7-month-old at home I was taking care of, but the Steelers made a significant move. How could we not do a video for you guys? So I got back in the car. My wife is not that pleased with me, but I came back to give you guys this video on the Steelers signing Larry Ogunjobi. So help me feed that family by subscribing. Here was the breaking news from Adam Schefter earlier today. Former Bengals defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi has signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers, per source. Ogunjobi will now play for the Browns, Bengals, and Steelers, leaving the Ravens as the loaded Ogunjobi-less AFC North team. So this was a video, obviously, or a potential move we talked about previously on the show. This is a potential Stephon Tuitt replacement. And if you watched our video earlier today, you knew that I was on board with this move. And a lot of this comes down to the potential value the Steelers can grab by adding a player of this caliber this late in the free agency process. It is mid to late, depending on how we want to count it. I would argue more late June at this point. So the contract for Ogunjobi is not going to be remotely similar to the one he originally signed back when free agency first opened. From a pure talent perspective and relative to what the market said he was worth, this is going to be a pretty significant discount. As we sit here filming this, we do not yet know the contract details on the signing of Ogunjobi. I would bet this is a 1-year deal, and I would be pretty surprised if it came in anything more than $5 million. I would bet there's some incentives involved. We are in June. Probably based on playing time more than anything, given the uncertainty around that foot injury that voided his 3-year, $40+ million deal with the Chicago Bears. But given what I think it'll come in at, that's just my guess, by the way, based on the timing and medical and all that stuff, this could very well be a steal for the Steelers. Steal, by the way, I guess pun intended now, is a good one-word reaction to Pittsburgh signing Larry Ogunjobi. I now hate myself for only just making that connection of steal and Steelers and being punny and whatnot. I'm going to give you a different one-word reaction momentarily, but I do want to hear from you guys. What is your one-word reaction to Pittsburgh signing Larry Ogunjobi? This is the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. My one word that's not punny is smart. I think this is a shrewd, another good one word, signing by Pittsburgh. They are adding a player who's good at football, and it is June, and it fills a position of need. All of those things tend to add up to being a pretty good type of move from an organization. Ogunjobi is a good football player. We've seen him play well with both the Browns and the Bengals. He is coming off a career-best year. And had it not been for the foot injury that voided that physical all those weeks ago, or I guess months ago at this point now, he would have been long gone. This is a player who had 7 sacks last year for the Cincinnati Bengals, as really one of their best defensive players overall. That's why he had, it appeared, cashed in with the Chicago Bears. 12 tackles for loss, 16 quarterback hits. Now, in the past, Ogunjobi's played more of a 3 technique, more of a pass-rushing focused defensive lineman in terms of his role. But he's also been pretty damn consistent over the past couple of years with his play. He did dip in 2020, wasn't quite as productive for that Browns team, but he's been a consistent 5.5, 10 tackle for loss, 10 tackle for loss guy. Frankly, this level of consistent production over a 2-year span is pretty unusual. You don't see that almost identical stat line in back-to-back years. It will be a slightly modified role, but my expectation, in particular on passing downs, is when the Steelers went to their quote-unquote 4-man front, you're going to have TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and Larry Ogunjobi out there getting after the quarterback. That is going to be one of the most fearsome four-man fronts in the entire NFL. It is going to be terrifying for opposing defensive linemen. Tyson Alualu can still be a nose guard. Maybe other players like a Chris Wormley, Isaiah Loudermilk, Montravis Adams, rookie DeMarvin Leal. That's actually some really great depth and upside with younger pieces and proven veterans in front of them. The Steelers have invested more money in their defense than any team in the NFL. They are number one in defensive spending. The defense is going to carry them. So making a strength even stronger, I think is actually a pretty good idea. So rate the signing for me of Larry Ogunjobi, 1 to 100. I'm going to give my answers here in a second, but I do want to hear from you guys in the comments section. By the way, while you're down there in the comments section, get the Steelers t-shirt combo pack. It is available for a limited time at chatsports.com/PIT combo. That's Pit combo. This deal does not last very often. These do not typically hang out for a particularly long period of time. These go quickly. It is not often that this pack is available. They sell out fast. All of a sudden, it's down to smalls and extra larges. It is available, both t-shirts combined, by the way, for $30. You can have a tough time finding officially licensed Steelers gear at the cost of just $60 or of just $30. Normally, it costs one of those will cost $30. Two of them at $30. It is an elite deal. So head down there, chatsports.com/Pit combo. That link will be in the comments section and it will be in the description. Okay, so remember, rate the signing, Larry Ogunjobi, 1 to 100. My answer, totally serious by the way, is 69 because that's a funny number and an inappropriate number, and I am not mature in any capacity. My actual rating, feel free just to spam 69 because, it's funny and I'm not mature at all, is 85. And I am factoring in when this deal is going down and what I assume the contract is going to look like. Remember, Ogunjobi signed, or I should say, agreed to sign a 3-year, $40.5 million deal. That had been announced. It had been reported. They had done the whole re-sign Larry Ogunjobi tweet thing. Then he failed a physical, voided the deal. Is Pittsburgh going to be paying Ogunjobi 3 years, $40.5 million? Oh, hell no. Not even close to that amount of money. Frankly, I think you can get rid of that zero. I think 1 year, $4.5 million might end up being a pretty good ballpark for this contract. In the end, I like this move. You're adding a really talented football player at a potentially discount contract, and it fills a need for you. Stephon Tuitt, retired, and he's a Steeler great. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to hate on Tuitt in any capacity. But adding a player who, even if Tuitt had played, I wonder if there's a possibility of Ogunjobi outplaying Stephon Tuitt this year. Probably not Tuitt's 2020 production, but with where he was at his NFL career, if Ogunjobi's healthy, there is a possibility Pittsburgh just upgraded on the defensive line at a cheaper cost. So if you made it to the end of today's video, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you sticking around for the video as we, had to come back to the office, blah, blah, blah. But I appreciate it. If you want to maybe a future shout-out, get some love from the community side here at Chat Sports, type "Here we go" in the comments section and prove you're a true die-hard Steelers fan.